introduction, again, my name is Devooght. I'm with Devooght House Lifters. We're located in Brick, and I'm just going to give a very brief overview of our company. I'd be happy to take questions and let you guys help guide the conversation tonight. So we're a home elevation company and also a structural mover. We're a family-grown business and started in Wisconsin back almost 55 years ago. I'm married to one of the owners. The company's owned by two brothers, and we've been in New Jersey for 5 years. And as Vince mentioned, we've been working with Dream Homes for the last 3 to 4 years. And what's great about working with a company like Dream Homes is partnering with a general contractor that is reputable, experienced, can really make the home elevation process run smooth if that's the path you're on to getting your house out of future flooding, potential future flooding. Partnering with a company like Dream Homes and helping or using them to help coordinate the project, that home elevation project, really helps to give homeowners peace of mind as they are well versed in all the steps toward elevating. And if your builder and your lifter have a good relationship and a good rapport, we, like Vince and our company, work together as the house is being ready to elevate, while the foundation is being built, and of course, as we get ready to lower the house onto the new foundation, it's a partnership. And we, for every home that we lift, we take the utmost of care. Our crew treats each home as though it were their own, and we want a safe and uneventful home elevation, is what we like to say. And to this day, knock on wood, we have a pretty good safety record. We are well-versed and well-experienced in lifting houses of all shapes, sizes, and condition. And whether that's lifting off of a crawl space foundation, a slab foundation, basement, lifting part crawl, part slab. So we have a lot of homes in this part of the country that are have converted garages and converted porches, and there's no home that is too difficult for us to elevate. Let's see. Anybody have any questions or things that you're wondering about the home elevation process? Able to answer? Okay. All right. Well, thank you for the time to
I've noticed a few elevations, and I've always wondered about the staircase arrangements to get up. And they seem, is that something that is an individual choice on the recommendations? But it seems a long climb.
There are, you will notice as you drive around, I'm sure, especially if you're considering elevating.
Oh, no.
Well, not you, I know you're building new, but for those that are considering elevating, and you're just, noticing homes, they of course are on, various heights. So you will work with your builder and your engineer to determine the height that is appropriate for your home and for your needs. As Vince was saying, do you want to go up that base flood +3 minimum, or are you going to go up garage height for parking underneath? And how you handle those stairways. Of course, you've seen those stairs that are just one flight straight up or one turn, and then some that do incorporate more of a design element and take that load, make the stair climb a little bit easier and aesthetically more pleasing. But that would be something that
Case by case basis.
it is, yeah, it really is. And, you do see all sorts of approaches to those stairs and landings. Yeah.
So, if you were to lift your home, would it be customary to see like any cracks or any issues with the drywall or the ceilings when we do stuff like that?
It's a great question, regarding what kind of impact will be made to the structure as I lift. I'm sure you've talked to neighbors or family or friends about things that might happen with the house, or what can you anticipate. And what we like to say is, it's probably the best thing for a homeowner is to have some realistic expectations going into a home elevation. Because if you think about a house that is sitting on an existing foundation for many, many years, we may be lifting a house that is 60, 50, 60 years old, and that house has become quite comfortable and settled in on that existing foundation. So to take a house, separate it from that existing foundation and lift it up, and then lower it onto a new extended foundation, an elevated foundation, is reasonable to expect that there will be, some stress to the structure, and that's just a normal part of the process. You will want to make sure that you're working with a lifter that is experienced in lifting, and the requirements here in New Jersey for licensing do require that lifters use specialized elevation equipment, which includes a hydraulic lifting machine. Those hydraulics are, as the lifting jacks are set up underneath the house, they're hooked up with hoses, and the house is elevated using the hydraulic system, which creates a slow and smooth process to elevate the house. Without that hydraulic system, it's a process of setting up jacks and lifting by zone. You lift one zone of the house up, then move to the next zone. So you're kind of doing a rocky, so to speak. But
it's a disaster.
And that stresses the house.
It's not allowed.
We don't do that here. But the main thing, though, or one of the key things about lifting to minimize what we call settling cracking and stress fractures, which normally occur, in the corners of the windows and doorways, is when the house, you're not going to see that so much when the house goes up and comes down. In fact, when we lift, as we're lifting, and I'm sorry if I'm talking too much, but we walk through the house with the homeowners and our GC prior to lifting to look at the floors and to see what kind of countertops are in the home and see if we need to make any adjustments to the lift plan that we've prepared. And then after we lower the house, we're also doing a walkthrough as we're finishing up and seeing if we need to go in and make any adjustments to the house sitting on a new foundation. But really the key to minimizing settling, which is usually future settling as the house is set down and resting on that new foundation, as over time that house is going to now start to relax and chill into that new foundation. That's where the settling occurs. So it's really key when you're working with your contractor and your mason that the mason wanting to take into account the existing foundation, because of course I'm sure Vince will attest to, when you're building a brand new home, you want a plumb square foundation should be built perfect. On the key to an elevated foundation, extended off the existing foundation, or even if it's a new foundation going underneath an elevated home, is you want the mason to match the nuances as best as possible of the existing foundation. So, if you've got some unevenness from one corner of the house to the back corner to the front corner, opposite sides, you want the mason to kind of go off that same pattern, if you will. Right?
What happens?
Well, now we're getting into quite complex detail about masonry and what happens and how you put houses back down. So, which we can touch on, but we could actually spend a week and a half talking about that.
The point of
that is the most difficult aspect of any elevation project.
But the point of that, bringing that up is really it's of course. You envision the house going up and coming down, and that must be a traumatic event for the structure. And really, a qualified, experienced lifter, you will have minimal. I don't even want to say damage is not the right word, but minimal
impact.
Disruption is a good word to the structure.
Just very briefly, what happens if you have oil? Where does it go?
An oil tank where?
underground.
Outside your
And
house.
outside. Well, that wouldn't have anything to do with the lift.
It doesn't matter how it
Is it
rise with the
connected?
house.
The oil tank?
Yeah.
No, the oil tank would be disconnected. The oil tank would be disconnected from now. All the
In other words, you
utilities.
have to switch to a different fuel supply.
No. You could reconnect the oil tank if you were using oil as your primary source of heat. Everything is disconnected before you do an elevation.
Yeah, but when the elevation is over, where does the oil tank line up?
If-
Elevated or on the ground?
Oh, no, where it was. No, you wouldn't elevate the oil tank.
Okay.
If the oil tank is existing either above ground or below ground, you'd leave it where it was. There's no reason to elevate. Right, and you change it and you extend it, just like any other.
Check with New Jersey, they're offering, there's a cap limit, like they'll pay for the removal of the tank.
Yeah, underground.
Right.
Have a, well,
Right, if you change or if you switch to gas, there are even more rebates, but some people like oil, I like oil. You know,
there's no tax on it.
there's no tax on
There's
it.
tax on natural gas. All right. So,
But
all right.
that was a great question.
Yeah, that was a good question.
Anybody else have any, you're wondering about elevation?
Great,
Thank you. Thanks everyone for your time.
Okay.